Anyway, we're going kind of long, but we still got some stuff we got to recap, so we're going to move straight into that. So you guys want to start with the stuff we weren't able to talk about last week, or do you want to get into the big thing?
Let's just let's get the stuff last week over with.
Yes, finally.
Okay. Let's talk about the Steven more so than the Adventure Time. Adventure Time's, it was a fun one. I don't think it was, there was a whole lot going on in that. Let's focus on the Stevens because they were big.
Yeah, I just sort of, I always like when Jake is a dad and having a relationship with his kids, so.
Yeah, it's super endearing.
That was nice.
Like, I'll probably never get tired of that.
And learning the backstory for Nurse Poundcake was an unexpected treat.
Yeah.
I really liked that. That was kind of cool. So yeah, Steven.
Steven. The first one was maximum capacity, right? It was max.
Wait, we missed more than one Steven? I thought it was just the one from last week.
No, there's maximum capacity, which I didn't watch, and you got mad, and you justifiably got mad at me, and then there was Marble Madness.
Right.
We got to talk about both.
Okay,
so maximum capacity.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. Quick premise. Greg's trying to clean out his storage unit. He and Amethyst find these old sitcom VHSs of a show called Little Butler, and they end up watching it together. And what we learn,
it's kind of complicated because Greg says that when Steven was very little, they used to watch the show at it all the time, and Amethyst and him would hang out. And it would sort of make sense because they have sort of a similar personality.
Yeah.
But what's later sort of revealed is that Amethyst hangs out with him sort of in order to steal him away in the way that she felt that Greg stole Rose away from her. When Rose fell in love with him and was hanging out with him all the time and not with her. And we know that...
And eventually came to die because of the pregnancy.
Yeah, and we know that Amethyst has some major abandonment issues, very reasonably so, considering what we learned in On the Run. And considering her origins, it's very likely, Rose is the one that sort of converted her or saw the best in her or whatever. I mean, Rose is this amazing person, and who else would take this poor little gem and see the best that she can be? And so Amethyst sort of put all the resentment on Greg, kind of like a stepdad almost, sort of.
Yeah.
That's sort of what I got from the relationship. It was sort of like, I hate you, you.
I hate you, Ron.
Yeah, you took her away from me. How dare you? So she sort of retaliated by taking him away from everybody else, by distracting him from being with Steven and taking him away from that. And then we also get this crazy reveal of how Amethyst would sort of manipulate him and sort of try to hurt him by shape-shifting into Rose.
Oh, yeah.
And apparently he's done that. She might have done that more than once because Greg mentioned, you know how I hate shape-shifting. In previous episodes, Greg has always been really kind of weirded out about shape-shifting, so it's possible that something happened before and he got confused or embarrassed or it was unpleasant for him. And she does it purposely to hurt him, and Steven watches that and he's like, I have no idea what's going on, but you guys gotta clean out, the metaphor of the storage room, you gotta clean out all this junk that you're just storing away for no reason. Why do you even have this stuff anyway? What purpose does it serve? And so they metaphorically clean out the storage room and try to clean out their baggage, their mental baggage, and they sort of reconcile at the end in a way. Amethyst kind of apologizes and Greg is sort of recognizes her feelings, and it's just sort of another look into all these dynamics that are completely outside of Steven, and he's just this kid and he doesn't know everything.
Steven continues to, as he admitted, not know anything all the time.
Yeah. One thing I like is that at first the episode is kind of implying that there's some kind of relationship burgeoning in between Greg and Amethyst, and I'm super glad they didn't do that and faked us out, because
Yeah.
that would have been weird and far less interesting than what they actually did, which was terribly interesting, uncomfortably interesting.
Yeah.
Really good.
Steven Universe, uncomfortably interesting.
Yes.
And
Yeah, that was a really solid episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was a really good rundown, Nina. You did a good job.
Yeah.
Good job, Nina.
Thanks.
And then we got Marble Madness, which features the return of Peridot. I'm gonna say it right. Fuck you.
French is dumb. I don't mean that. Kiss, kiss.
French that's fun. Dumb things can be fun.
That's true.
So in this episode, there are more. Well, first of all, the first thing that I took away from this episode is that for some reason, Connie is dressed like Alex Mack.
I love Connie's wardrobes.
Nina, I think you were still a baby when that show existed, but
I don't know.
The Secret World of Alex Mack, it was a show on Nickelodeon in the 90s.
Oh.
She always wore overalls and a backwards hat.
Sounds like the 90s.
Yeah, boy.
It was the most 90s outfit. Like, anyway.
That is basically it's so 90s. And, like, the logo is, like, freaking, like, just big, like, letters coming at you.
How secret could her life possibly be?
I think she could, like, turn into a puddle and move around. I don't know. I don't know.
No, you know what?
Is
Whatever.
that the same show?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
What?
Okay. She, like, got turned into a mutant.
Yeah. It was
Steven
like she was
Universe?
Yeah.
Peridot starts launching more droids towards Earth, and the gems are trying to stop them and fight them so that they don't get wherever they're going, because they're super scared of any gem shit that comes off-world ever since their first encounter with Peridot. And they're, like, every day they're taking down a new droid. And eventually Steven's like, why don't we just see where it's going and see what's up? And he's like, no, we're too scared. We're not going to do it. What was... Garnet had a line that was completely money. What was it?
Which was like, we can't just keep destroying these things. I mean, we can,
yeah.
but I don't want to.
Yeah, it was like, we can't fight these things forever. Well, we can, but I don't want to. It's like, really like, let's not.
So we find out that where the droids are trying to get to is the kindergarten from just a couple episodes ago. And they're trying to activate, I guess, some kind of control room so that Peridot can assess Earth and like establish contact with Earth. Because it is stated that the gem homeworld also has no idea what's going on Earth anymore. So the cutoff has been mutual in terms of silence. You know, nobody knows what's going on. Steven is told by the gems, who actually do specify themselves as the crystal gems, so I finally got my answer definitively that is just them. It's just those three and Rose and Steven.
It's a faction.
Yeah. It's a splinter group. You know, they tell Steven to stay hidden, not to engage, and Steven's just like, I'm gonna go talk to her and maybe see what's up. So let's do that. And then that basically works. He scares her off, and they also smash the shit up.
Yeah, but he does also sort of give her a little bit too much information in a way, where how there's lots of humans still, and I mean, now they know about the crystal gems. Like, she has like no clue who they are, which is kind of interesting. Like, I guess only like gem elders would know because it took place such a long time ago.
Yeah. It says 6,000 years. Amethyst is 6,000 years old, which is in line with a little bit before, basically the dawn of human civilization, and what morons think is how old the Earth is.
And like, essentially, Peridot is trying to continue. She said, "Look, I'm gonna continue what we started, or finish what we started, or whatever." You know, Steven, being all naive, was like, "What are you trying to do?" It's just like, my work. And it was kind of interesting seeing sort of the disconnect in gem technology because, Peridot was saying how the technology was so ancient and like Garnet, Amethyst, and Pearl were like, what the hell is even any of this? I don't even know what this stuff is.
We're so old.
Yeah. And I love all the crazy, like, super super deformed expressions that Steven had in this episode.
Yes, they're great.
He went off model a lot, but in a very funny way.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen Ian Jones-Cordy quoting whoever said this originally. I'm afraid I can't remember, but the idea that if you can recognize a character, it's on model.
Yeah, like that was a really nice set of tweets about like people bitching about being off model. Like, you know what? Shut up. I love off model cartooning. It's just fluid. It's nice.
Yeah,
it looks like it's people drawn.
It looks like people made it.
Yeah.
Like cartooning is hard. And
have you ever tried to draw the same drawing twice in a row? Exactly the same? It's hard.
Have you ever tried to draw like the same two eyeballs on the same drawing in one?
Oh god.
Oh god, it's so hard I'm gonna throw up.
Thinking about drawing the other eye is making the Toon Goons anxious today on the Toon Goons.
Okay, so that was Steven. We had a question asking if we were going to talk about Steven Bomb. We're going to save it for our next Steven episode. We're actually going to do an episode where we talk about the whole first season as an entire thing. And it's almost over, actually, so we're going to wait till it's over and then talk about everything, basically. So look out for that.
Yeah, because there's a show that definitely needs revisiting, because we did do an episode on it. It was our first episode, and that was like when there were like 8 episodes of the show out, and now there are 42s. There are 44. No, by today, 46.
Yeah, so it's a different show, but it's
even more by the time this episode goes up.
Yeah.
All right, so no more Steven. Gravity Falls.
Gravity Falls. My first takeaway: how long are they gonna make us fucking wait for the next episode?
Me too. I was like, really? Fucking when? Oh, okay. I guess we're gonna get the next episode in fucking June. Hurdy. Like, god damn it.
Yeah. Second takeaway: I'm kind of sad because I imagine the show's wrapping up.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss this show. It's so good. It's one of my favorite shows.
Well, Alex, they promoted the shit out of this episode, and Alex Hirsch did so many promotional little bleep loops for the Disney Channel and the YouTube channel, like himself. And one of the things that he said is like, this episode is so important. Not only can I not talk about it, but like, if you watch any episode after this episode, you won't have any idea what's going on. It'll completely change the entire nature of Gravity Falls from the ground up. Which, I mean, I get that now.
Yeah,
but,
he wasn't lying.
But, like, so that sort of implies that there is going to be more stuff.
There's definitely gonna be more, but, like, it's gotta be coming to a head.
Yeah, they
can't draw that out for much longer.
Yeah, I forget when he said it.
We still don't know Bill Cipher's deal, though.
Yeah, he said he wanted Gravity Falls to be either 3 seasons or 2 seasons in a movie.
Yeah.
That was his AMA.
Yeah.
That was his AMA, because he didn't know how much he was going to get out of it. And this is something I learned from my dad from this book he read about TV, that it's very rare that a TV show will be able to go exactly as long as it wants to. Either you're going to get cut short before you can tell your whole story, or you're going to be too popular and they're going to drag it out for much longer than it needs to be, and it's going to become bloated. Yeah. And it was in regard to I think the third fucking time I brought it up on this show today, but Breaking Bad, how it was exactly as long as they wanted it to be. Yeah, and I feel like Gravity Falls is a show where it's gonna lose a lot if it goes too long or too short. Now, too short, definitely. Too long, I want to see these dumbasses just fool around in the woods for 9 more seasons. I love these characters. I love their shenanigans. I will never get tired of fluff episodes of this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're great.
But you know, it is on a time limit. You know, it's one summer. It has to be one summer. There's no other way it's going to work. Because they can't go home for the fall and then come back next summer. It's like, okay, it's been 9 months. Let's pick up the secret of the mystery where it left off. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So let's talk about what actually happened.
The
Stargate
title of the show was explained. The name of the town, Gravity Falls.
Yeah, that's what I at first was like,
oh, it's
Gravity.
a thing. It's a thing. But yeah, Stan opened the Stargate.
Yep.
And all those theorists, apparently the Stan twin theory was a thing, and
yep.
They're all super happy about it. I don't follow the Gravity Falls theories and conspiracies and stuff.
I don't, because I hate that stuff, but I follow people who do, so I knew about it. So when the episode was finished, I was like, well, yeah.
See,
right.
like, I had no clue. I had a friend who was texting me, and she was like, Stanley! And I was like, Stanley? Who the fuck is Stanley? His name is Stanford. And then she was like telling me about the whole theory, and I was like, "Oh, okay, that's cool, I guess." I don't know.
And it was legitimate theory, as opposed to most children's cartoon television theories where people just take a frame and pull a novel out of their ass.
Yeah, but now there's the new theory that this episode apparently helps to corroborate about.
It does.
Bill and Dipper.
Oh.
Right now, that's the new big theory that everybody's waiting to get confirmation on.
Before you go on, let's say this out loud, and hopefully you've stopped listening if you haven't watched it yet. Yeah, he opens up the Stargate, and the person who walks out is the author of the journal, who is also Stan's brother.
Twin brother.
Which is
the original Mystery Twins.
Yeah, the original Mystery Twins is the cryptogram at the end of the show.
And I believe the code for the cryptogram was Stanley Mobile, which is the license plate that's been on Stan's car this whole time.
Oh, fuck! I didn't get that. That has been there the whole time.
Yeah, that's where people got the name Stanley from, because I was like, where the fuck, why does he have a name already? And they're like, oh, well, it's because of this.
Yeah, like, I'm glad I've basically stopped using Tumblr, because I bet all those smug assholes are coming out of the woodwork.
Oh, God. I love this show, but I don't have the patience for it. I just want to let
the only theory I had about this show was that I bet Seuss's name is Jesus, and I was right. So I retired champion.
Yeah, and now people are like,
leave
what are all the symbols on the fucking the bill thing? Which that's always been interesting to me, because it's like, okay, we know Stan, and there's the 6 finger, so you thought that would be the author, but then there's another one which is a pair of glasses that looks like the twins' glasses, so it's like, okay, there's 3 thingies. That's confusing me right now.
Well, I think the 6-finger symbol is just like the book's symbol because he wrote it, but then like on the rotary thing with all the other symbols, like that's his symbol for how he fits into the overall thing. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I guess so, because like there's one screenshot of like the author actually pointing to that symbol and putting exclamation marks, like, oh fuck. So, yeah. And then there's the one part where Stan finds a pair of glasses in a room and is like kind of looking at them forlornly later in the episode, so that makes sense.
He's probably going to be not as cool of an uncle, and it's going to be a thing, but I'm sure it'll be hilarious.
I'm sure it'll be great. I have no reason to think it's not going to be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a countdown website to build up to this here are the cryptograms. There was a countdown website to build up to this episode, and there was a cryptogram on that translated to "Don't copy that floppy."
That is hilarious.
In one of the YouTube videos they released building up to this, there was one that said Gideon here, so we're going to tie that little fuck back into all this.
Well, yeah, I mean, Bill's coming.
Yeah. In the opening scene, a page in Journal 1 on the topic of floating hills has a symbol cipher that can be decoded using the author symbols to, "My compass goes haywire the closer I get to them. Does this mean what I think it does? The answer may be underground." the license plates on the government vehicles translate to government, Guvament. The end credit cryptogram is the original Mystery Twins with the keyword Stanley Mobile, the license plate on his car. And then...
Isn't there a poem, too?
Yeah, then the end page poem is 30 years and now he's back, the mystery in the Mystery Shack. I actually feel like there's a lot of... Other than, like, we see that there were incredibly subtle Chekhov's guns setting off, like... in
Dreamscapers, that same swing set from the ending credits was there, but, like, broken and dilapidated from inside Stan's mind.
And in Blendon's... and then in Blendon's game, when he's, like, messing with his camo on his onesie suit, one of the backgrounds is the beach swing set background from the end of this episode.
Yeah, and also there's that one episode... I think it might also be Dreamscapers where Stan is talking about, like, how his dad, like, tried to make him tough. And in the boxing scene where he's getting his ass kicked in the boxing rink, there's another kid in the stands who looks exactly like him, but his face is covered with a book.
Oh, so, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's been little tiny things here and there that sort of say it.
But I feel like, we've got this reveal, we've got this question answered, but it's like the thing with Susan Strong we talked about the other week, but way bigger, in that now we've got so many other things that still need to resolve that it's like, I almost feel like there's not that much to say about this episode.
Yeah,
we know who the author is. We know what he was. We know the most basic element of what he was trying to do with the Stargate in the basement, but we need to see the rest of this fall into place 2.5 months from now when the next episode comes out before we can
like, we know that he's in the Stargate, but we don't know how he got in there. We don't know why in the book he said it was going to destroy the world. Like,
yeah, well, I mean, the implication is that, like, my assumption is that that's an alternate universe in which he's still alive, because in this universe, one of them died. Either Stanford or Stan Lee died.
Right. And, like, from the newspaper article.
Probably one of them took the other's identity. This is going to be really tricky. And if the other one is named Stanley, that's going to not make it any fucking easier.
And some people are even saying they, like, switched bodies using
like that Phoenix Wright case where they cut off each other's faces.
No, I mean, they
Or I guess face off if I want to do the thing that people actually know.
They use, like, the carpet or... They're apparently the
carpet, fuck!
78 something.
The carpet! God
yeah, remember? Switching bodies is a thing in this show. So people are like, well, when you look back into Stan's memories, some of the people that say Stan's memory doesn't look like Stan, it looks slightly different than Stan. So maybe it's just twin brothers, so maybe they switched bodies, and so Stan has been living as in his brother's body and vice versa, or something. And then the whole thing with the totem poles.
Oh, God.
Well, what's the thing with the totem poles? Because, like, that was the image on the page last episode.
Okay. I saw that, because before you explain it, I saw that post, and it was like a giant theory master post, and I read all the Stan Twin stuff, and then I got to the totem pole and just saw a giant text wall about a fucking totem pole, and I went, you'd have to pay me exorbitant amount of money to read this. And so, please explain.
Yeah, give us the Cliffy notes.
Well, I'm looking at... Okay, so the totem pole outside of the Mystery Shack is called the Thunderbird. It's the most decorative pole, blah, blah, blah. And then it has a companion pole, which is the pole inside of Stan's laboratory. And this pole inside Stan's laboratory is like the little brother pole that's supposed to be stronger than the Thunderbird pole, like mythology-wise, but smaller, younger, or whatever. So it's almost like... There are these two. Yeah, Colas is fuck. I don't know. Totem poles.
See? Who cares?
Totem poles, science. Thunderbird is the author. Fucking Colas is the little brother. That's Stan. The big one is the author. Little brother's small, strong, like something.
Like it's a fascinating trivia bit, but when you couch it in the whole, like, look, this is clearly significant and this is what it all means tied to the story. Stop. I want to watch this fun show.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a cute little Easter egg.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, Alex Hirsch actually researched stuff, and he's like, oh, cool, this is a cool legend. I can use this in my story. Or whatever.
Yeah, but it's not some fucking eureka clue, damn it. You just watch, have fun. Don't you want to have fun?
Don't you know this is what he wants us to be doing?
That's
this is
the thing.
exactly
He's
what he
loving
wants, because this is the kind of shit that he loves to do, and that's what he made the show about.
Like, I'm sweating right now and dying for a cigarette because this has got me so wound up, because it's so good. It's so smart and it's so deliberate. It's a brilliant fucking show. And this slow bleed is killing me!
I know, and then the fucking Dipper is still possessed by Bill theory and shit.
That's dumb. No, I refuse.
Now, what do people have? What? You know,
Okay,
what's what? No, I don't want to know
What
the details.
frame did they screen cap?
The body language?
Oh my god, shut up.
Yeah, no.
Well, the only thing that stands out the most to me that's kind of suspicious is that when McGucket was trying to warn Dipper, Dipper was like, eh, when normally Dipper would be like, oh, no way.
Well, like, that was sort of like, I mean, well, because that was Dipper's whole thing. It's like, you know what, for once, let's just fucking have some fun for one night.
I'm trying to have some character growth, Gux. Leave me alone.
You smelly hillbilly married to a raccoon.
Yeah, but after he does that, it pans to the Bill Cipher tapestry, and he walks away with his hands on his hips like Bill Cipher Dipper did in that one episode.
Because let me tell you something. Breaking news: only Bill Cipher is allowed to touch their hips. If you see somebody make hand contact to their hips, tackle them. They are a demon from another realm. Toon Goons endorsed advice. Do it. Tell your friends that we told the police we told you.
My favorite part of this episode was Mabel.
Yes.
All of Mabel's, like,
I am a god of destruction!
Well, that too. I mean, that whole part in the beginning was, like, so adorable.
I wish I could find the text that was on all those fireworks, because it's...
Oh, yeah, that was so good.
But, I mean, I just love how Mabel was, like, didn't believe it. It was, you know, but this was, like, sort of the first time where she was sort of like, oh, man, this is... What? And then, of course, the very end was just so heartbreaking, and, like... It was like, Mabel, no, I love you. Like, I thought something was going to happen to her, because she, like, was, like, raising in front of the...
Yeah, I thought she was going to get sucked in or something.
Yeah. But, yeah.
Oh, crap.
What?
Grunkle Stan mentions that Dipper and Mabel are getting along unnaturally well for siblings, hinting that his own relationship with a brother may not have been that way.
Well, yeah, duh. You guys didn't catch that?
No, I'm dumb.
Yeah, I'm dumb too. Dude, like, remember when I opened with
I would have caught
the point of the show? I only caught that was the point of the show when we all said, all right, now we're going to talk about Gravity Falls. And then my brain went, Gravity, fuck.
No, that one I caught, because it's like, oh, it's like that bit from the opening sequence when the shit floats up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
oh,
totally.
Yeah, I knew it was from the opening sequence, but I didn't make that final step because my brain just went, oh, okay, that's what that is, and then didn't think about it further.
I would have caught the brother thing if I would have watched it again.
Yeah, totally.
I'm not that dumb.
I mean, when I first watched it, I was kind of like, huh, why'd you say that, Stan? I didn't know anything about this theory, but I was sort of like, I bet that's going to be important later. Yeah. I bet that has something to do with something.
These two Stans need to have a third sibling named Stan, so then they can make a podcast called My Stan and Me.
Well, people are trying to. There's the mystery trio. Fucking.
Shut up!
Tooch, you spoke it out loud, and now 20 fan fictions have just shown up on Archive of Our Own.
Damn it! I hate that website.
Or McGucket is, like, up on it or something. I don't know. Because they say, like, oh, there's 3 keys to turn it off.
Oh, yeah.
So there must be 3 people, and there's 3 journals.
Maybe that was the brother that died.
Maybe.
Oh, we're doing it. We need to stop.
Fuck. Hate
We're
this.
doing.
God damn it.
I've become what I hate most.
All
All right.
We have
let's
to
do
wrap
some
up the
shout-outs.
Shout-outs.
All right. So, Paperback Fan wrote, have you guys thought of watching the movie The Triplets of Belleville? It's a great little French movie, and I think the artist also did the Professor Layton series. I know it's on Netflix, so you don't have to hunt for it. Keep up the great work.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you said Layton, I'm totally interested. I
know about that one. I've always wanted to look into it.
Yeah, it sounds
was
pretty
up for
cool.
the animation Oscar the same year as Spirited Away, and so it had no chance.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was also a French animated movie that nobody saw, so it didn't have any chance no matter what. But I don't know what I'm even talking about. Yeah, I'd like to check that out.
Totally. And I'm a huge Professor Layton fan. So that art style is so weird. Like, it'd be interesting to see a full feature-length movie with it.
You did.
Though I already did with it.
You saw the Professor Layton movie.
Yeah, I did. We could also do that. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Mr. Awesome Potato says, how have you guys been? What have you been up to? Oh, and I know you probably talked about it by now, but Stan's twin, the show has destroyed me. I'm dead. Thanks, Alex. Yeah. The show's tearing us apart, too.
My chest hurts. Right.
But how have we been? I don't know. Kind of stressed a little bit. You know, midterms are coming, a little overworked. But spring break's coming up soon, so that's going to be nice.
It's finally getting warmer. That's nice.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, we had
You guys?
we had regular rain today instead of snow.
Yeah, it's cool. I wore a light jacket without a scarf.
Why are you doing a Dane Cook voice?
I don't know.
I wore a light jacket.
I don't know. Yeah, thanks for writing in. We're doing well. Hope you're also doing well. And last but not least, we got a Anon ask that says, will you guys ever review Shark Tale? I already said no, with a lot of question marks and ellipses.
Good thing you're Anon, because otherwise we'd be coming for you.
Yeah, not on our priority list.
Not a good movie.
No.
So I know we said last week that for our next show we're going to do Pepper Ann, but because of time constraints, we're not going to. I'm at least not going to be able to finish it in time, so we're pushing that back.
But we are going to do it.
We're
we
definitely
swear.
doing it.
It's going to happen. We know we
great.
promised it like 3 times already, but it's going to happen. I swear to you.
Next, we're going to do a cartoon by the name of Cyber 6. The story behind the cartoon, like its production and everything, is very interesting, which we'll get into when we talk about the show. You can find the whole thing on Hulu. I don't know if you need Plus or not.
I don't think so.
Let me see if I can.
I also saw it on YouTube originally, so I don't think it was released for home video. It might have been, but not in a way that you can easily access. It's probably out of print if it was.
Yeah. It's very short. I think it's like 12 episodes or maybe a little more. I don't fucking know.
Yeah. It's like an anime season.
Yeah. I've seen a bit of it and found it pretty cool. So we're going to talk about that next week. And then probably the week after that, Pepper Ann.
Definitely the week after that, Pepper Ann. We can't keep doing this, Nikki.
You're killing me, Nikki. Oh, that just reminded. I
She's
saw.
1 in a million.
That's the best part. I was gonna say like you're tearing me apart, Nikki, but they fucking got Tommy Wiseau for an upcoming episode of Being Puppy Cat.
I saw that.
That's gonna be crazy.
That's gonna be the wackest thing.
I want Being Puppy Cat to come back now, please. Thank you.
Like, did they even give him lines? Or did they just space ghost it and just sort of lead him on to say shit and then make right around it?
Just read like one of your crazy tweets.
Yeah. Make up tweets right now. Just... We'll film you tweeting. You probably talk them out loud as you're typing it.
Also, what country are you from? America. No! Alright, that's been our show. I've been Now I'm just gonna do it in English.
Thank you.
Okay, past tense. Fuck.
Yeah, past tense is hard.
Yeah, and it's like past. It's not like regular past tense. It's not like I was Nikki. Who cares? I've been Nikki.
I've been Nina.
And I am white.
And thank you for tuning in.